Hi, this is Eric Teplitz, and I'd like to begin today's daily insight by sharing with you a memory I have of a conversation with an old friend from high school. Back in high school, this guy was a total clown, a total goof off, really smart guy, but did not take school seriously in the least. I don't know what his actual grades looked like, but I'm sure they did not at all reflect his intelligence. He simply didn't put forth much effort. So I was having a conversation with him years later. I'm guessing that it was around the time we each graduated from college. And I couldn't help but mention, you were a total goof off in high school. What was college like for you? And I distinctly remember him telling me that if he had known how hard it was going to be in advance, he never would have done it. But he was very glad that he did see college through. He got a bachelor's degree in biology, ended up serving in the Peace Corps, and ironically enough, for someone who was a total goof off in school, he became an educator. He was a high school biology teacher. He ended up becoming a principal and eventually achieved a pretty high level position on the administrative side of things in the field of education. So sometimes our naivete going into something is a bit of a gift because, as my friend put it, if we had any idea how hard something was going to be, we likely wouldn't have even ever tried it. So our naivete can serve us. But I want to suggest that oftentimes, maybe even more often, things are actually not as difficult as we fear they will be or we anticipate they will be. And there are so many times we stop ourselves from even attempting something that we're potentially interested in doing, we're curious about, simply because we fear that pursuing it will lead to some kind of dreadful consequences or that it will be very difficult for us. But oftentimes, what I have found is that most of the fear is in the anticipation. And then when you finally get up the nerve to actually do the thing that you're interested in, it's not so bad at all. And in a way, you kind of kick yourself and say, why did I stew over this? Why did I, simmer in this soup of anxiety for so long over something that was no big deal at all in actuality? So the point of this video is to encourage you to face something that you're afraid of, but genuinely interested in pursuing, genuinely curious about. You have fears about it. You have fears perhaps that you're going to be rejected or that it's going to be really difficult or it's going to cause you great discomfort and pain in some way. But I'd like to submit to you what I hope is a bulletproof argument for facing the fear and doing it anyway. Here it is. Let's say that it turns out to be even more difficult than you imagined. Maybe, like my friend who got his degree in biology and ended up having a career in education. Maybe it will be more difficult than you ever imagined it would be. Won't you still be so glad that you pursued it? You'll probably be that much more proud of yourself for doing so, whatever it is, because you faced your fear in order to do it. Now, if it turns out that it's actually a lot easier in reality than it was in your imagination or in your feared anticipation, then it's a win. Great. You'll be so glad you did it. So my argument is that either way, if there's something you're interested in doing or pursuing, but your fear is getting in your way. Now, this could be literally anything. This could be fear of asking someone out that you're interested in. This could be fear of reaching out to somebody and asking for a favor. This could be a fear of sitting down at the keyboard and writing something. This could be a fear of getting up on stage and giving a speech or a performance. This could be a fear of literally anything of any kind. On the other side of facing that fear, there is potentially a really rich reward. I say go for it. If it's easier than you expect, great. If it's harder than you expect, so what? Go for it. Because honestly, simply facing the fear in and of itself, whatever comes of it, is a win. It's a very empowering experience to push past your fear and go after something that you're interested in. Pursue something that you're interested in. At least find out for yourself what the actuality of it is. That's today's Daily Insight. Hope you liked it. If you did, hope you will click the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, feel free to leave a comment, and I will see you next time.